Nirvana Systems. Engineering a more disciplined approach to algorithmic trading. Picture a trader staring at a screen during a volatile market session. Prices move fast. The news is loud. Every instinct pulls in a different direction. The question isn't whether the data exists to make a smart decision. The question is whether emotion will get in the way first. That tension sits at the center of everything Nirvana Systems has built. For decades, the company has focused on one core problem: how do you remove the human tendency to panic, second-guess, or chase returns from the trading process entirely? The answer, in Nirvana Systems' view, isn't willpower. It's engineering. The company develops algorithmic trading platforms designed to replace reactive decision-making with systematic, rules-based execution. Its flagship platform, Omnifund, represents the clearest expression of that philosophy. And while automated trading has become increasingly common across the financial technology space, Nirvana Systems has carved out a distinct approach rooted in education, transparency, and what the company describes as a process over profit mindset. Nirvana Systems' long-term vision for modern trading. Nirvana Systems was built on a straightforward premise: institutional quality trading tools shouldn't belong only to hedge funds and proprietary desks. Retail traders and independent investors deserve access to the same disciplined, mechanical frameworks that professional money managers use. The mission has always pointed toward democratizing that access. The company's engineering culture reflects that ambition. Rather than developing tools that help traders guess better, Nirvana Systems has focused on building systems that make guessing irrelevant. That means preloading complex analytical work into the platform itself, including AI-driven inputs, genetic algorithm optimization, and automated market state detection, so that users benefit from institutional-grade logic without needing years of programming experience to deploy it. The through line across all of that development is the removal of emotion. Nirvana Systems treats emotional decision-making as the primary structural risk in retail trading. Its platforms are engineered specifically to short-circuit the impulses that lead traders to hold losing positions too long, abandon winning strategies too early, or react to short-term noise as if it were a long-term signal. Why education comes before automation at Nirvana Systems? There's a common assumption about automated trading platforms: that automation means ease. Nirvana Systems pushes back on that directly, and it starts at the very beginning of the client relationship. Before any new user deploys capital through Omnifund, the company prioritizes what it calls expectation management. That process is partly educational and partly architectural. As Nirvana Systems explains, the platforms are designed to force a confrontation with the mathematical realities of the market from day one. That means showing clients the drawdown data up front. Worst-case historical scenarios are built directly into the performance reporting tools, making it impossible to engage with the system without first understanding that even well-constructed strategies go through periods of decline. The point isn't to discourage clients. It's to reframe what a loss actually means within a mechanical system. We train Omnifund's clients to stop fearing volatility, the company has explained, and instead understand it as the primary catalyst that triggers the system's safety mechanisms. That reframe is central to everything Nirvana Systems teaches. When a client understands that volatility is a trigger for a defensive response rather than a sign that something has broken, they're far less likely to interfere with the system at the worst possible moment. The educational path Nirvana Systems maps out for new clients covers several interconnected concepts. Understanding the difference between backtesting and live-forward testing. Learning how market state detection works and why strategy performance varies across different regimes. Grasping the math of expectancy and drawdown so short-term losses don't trigger emotional exits. Recognizing that automated does not mean unsupervised. That last point matters more than it might seem. Nirvana Systems is explicit. An automated platform is not a set-and-forget savings account. Clients are operators. The machine handles the discipline. The operator maintains the environment, monitors connectivity, and ensures the technical infrastructure stays sound. How Omnifund approaches structured portfolio management. Omnifund operates on a foundation of market state awareness. The platform continuously assesses whether the current environment is trending, bullish, bearish, or what Nirvana Systems describes as toxic, meaning conditions where the historical edge of a strategy is likely to be compromised. When the system detects an unfavorable regime, it moves to cash. That's not a bug. It's a deliberate capital preservation mechanism. Nirvana Systems trains clients to recognize this behavior as a feature, not a failure, and to understand why staying out of the market during certain conditions is as important as participating during others. Risk controls are built directly into the system's architecture. Position sizing and stop parameters are hard-coded rather than left to user discretion. The effect is to standardize loss as an operational cost rather than an event requiring a reaction. As Nirvana Systems puts it, the software operates on the expectation that losses are an operational cost, not a failure. The platform also distinguishes between historical performance and live-forward testing results. It's a meaningful distinction. Backtests demonstrate that a strategy had a historical edge. They do not guarantee that edge will persist through future slippage, liquidity gaps, or order routing delays. Omnifund's interface makes this distinction visible, providing out-of-sample data as the primary performance lens rather than burying it behind rosier simulated numbers. Clients execute trades directly within their own brokerage accounts. Every execution is visible in real time. There's no black box. No capital moves through a third-party pool. The transparency is structural, not just a policy statement. Transparency as a foundation, not a feature. Nirvana Systems uses the phrase, open architecture, to describe its approach to client visibility. The idea is simple. Whether a client is reviewing years of historical performance or watching a live trade execute, the logic behind every action should be fully accessible to them. That kind of transparency serves multiple purposes. It builds confidence in new clients who are still learning to trust a mechanical system. It reinforces disciplined thinking in experienced users who might otherwise second-guess a strategy during a drawdown. And it creates a feedback loop between the platform's behavior and the client's understanding of why that behavior is happening. The company's support model is built around the same principle. Nirvana Systems maintains direct technical support through a toll-free hotline and a digital ticketing system. Clients have access to ongoing tutorials, platform updates, and what the company calls research downloads, which reflect refinements to its adaptive research model technology. Real-time performance metrics within the platform itself serve an educational function, not just an informational one. The system consistently reinforces what Nirvana Systems describes as a process over profit mindset, coaching users through market cycles rather than simply reporting on them. Long-term client relationships at Nirvana Systems are grounded in this ongoing communication. The company views clients as partners in research. As Nirvana Systems describes its mission, our long-term goal requires a decades-long commitment to advancement. Clients stay because they aren't just buying a static tool. They are participating in an ongoing mission to solve the markets. Building technology that grows with the client. Nirvana Systems doesn't treat a software sale as a finished transaction. The company's product development philosophy is built around continuous refinement, with new AI integrations, algorithmic updates, and platform improvements delivered as ongoing research downloads rather than periodic version releases. The company describes its target as the ultimate trading machine, a long-term engineering ambition that treats algorithmic trading as an evolving discipline rather than a solved problem. That framing shapes how Nirvana Systems thinks about its relationship with clients, not as a vendor relationship that ends at purchase, but as a shared research partnership that deepens over time. That partnership model has practical implications for how the company handles product evolution. Client experiences in live market conditions inform ongoing platform refinements. The adaptive research model technology at the core of Omnifund is designed to incorporate new learning, not remain static as market conditions shift around it. For traders who have spent years fighting their own instincts in volatile markets, that kind of structured, evolving framework offers something genuinely useful. Not a promise of profits. Not a shortcut past the hard work of understanding markets. But a disciplined, transparent system built to make better decisions possible, and to keep making them, even when the market makes that feel very difficult. Nirvana Systems has spent decades working on that problem. It shows no signs of stopping. This article is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice, investment guidance, or recommendation to buy or sell any security. Algorithmic trading involves substantial risk of loss. Past performance of any trading system is not indicative of future results. Consult a licensed financial professional before making investment decisions.